of the diving at these 31st Southeast Asian Games. Phuong Mai of Vietnam. Inward 1.5 to start the competition. Acknowledging judges and crowd. Very tidy, not too far out from the board, and a nice entry position there. Bronze medalist in 2019 in the 3-metre position. So Kimberly Wong Chiamping of Malaysia now. Prefers platform discipline above the springboard. Well, let's see how she goes here. Again, the inward 1.5. Oh, very nice. Should do well for the Malaysian. Looked very much in control of this opening dive.
Judges score 7.5, 7.5.
And well rewarded. That takes her to the top of the standings. Well,
Nur Dhabitah Sabri, Malaysia.
Won the 3-metre platform at the 2017 Southeast Asian Games. Very experienced, very good diver. And perhaps the favourite going up last year. Nur Dhabitah also going for the inward 1.5. Oh, class written all over that opening dive. That might be the best so far, bringing all her experience to this competition. That is a confident start, and what a beautiful dive, side on. That will impress the judges.
8 and 8. 5B, 2.6.
Yes, it's not absolutely not okay to dive before the judges and officials are ready for you. Let's wait to be introduced and acknowledged and then get on with it fairly quickly. Oh, she was well short of the end of the board, so a bit of misplaced hurdle there at the end of the board for Phuong Mai. So she was not as close to the end of the board as she would like to have been to get maximum elevation, and she's a little bit offline too.
Judges score 6.
The judges are sitting side on, of course, and get as clear a view of that as we do.
5.5.
And a cheer goes up for her teammate, from her teammates, I suspect, for Kimberly Wong Chiamping. Made a very strong opening with a forward 1.5. Now she is also going for the forward 2.5. Popular dive in this second round. A little bit unfinished as she entered the water, it felt, but it's being harsh perhaps, but she got tremendous elevation. She could not have been closer to the end of the board. Toes almost over it. Nice elevation, but a splash she would like to have had another go at. You know, the arms are working tremendously hard and quickly under the water.
The next diver, Nur Dhabitah Sabri.
Nur Dhabitah now.
2.6.
Forward 2.5. Now we've seen a few of these in this second round, but this diver can probably set the benchmark for it. Oh yes. A beautiful dive again from Nur Dhabitah. Reaches for the sky, pulls it in quickly.
8.5.
Look at these scores. Several 8.5s in there. And she takes a good hold on top spot.
Phuong Mai.
Back to the top of the order, and a back 1.5 is the next assignment for Phong Mai of Vietnam. All the divers are saving their twist dive for their last. Very nice. It might be her best so far. It's elegant. Did look fully in control of this one. Good takeoff. Pulled it out early. Found the water just as she wanted to, I'd say.
6, and 6.5. Bong, 203B.
Now, Kimberly from Malaysia. Her next dive is a back. Again, just a little bit short. Off the 1 metre springboard, of course, there's not a lot of time between leaving the board and entering the water, and it's a lot to get right in a short amount of time. So I've seen a few of these short entries. Now here's our leader,
Nur Dhabitah Sabri.
Nur Dhabitah with this one.
2.3.
Back 1.5. Again, it's the piked position. She's not doing any tucked dives. At least until the free position of D in the final dive. Oh, seemed like she almost made a correction mid-air there to make sure the entry was up to her usual high standard. The judges inputting their thoughts immediately. Almost seemed, maybe it was me imagining things, but she seemed to make an adjustment mid-air to just hurry up the dive to make sure she got the entry.
Round 4. The first diver, Ngô Phương Mai, 303B, 2.4.
The 303B dive is a reverse 1.5. A dive we've seen in the prior round from quite a few competitors. She's done a good job there, considering she let a little bit of room go on the end of the board, and perhaps not as high as she might have liked, but nevertheless gets the job done. Nicely so. Just a few centimetres short of the end of the board. She's worked hard to pull that around and gets decent scores too, does Nur Phong Mai. Well, Kimberly Bong here is chasing a top 3 position for sure. This is a reverse 1.5. Needs to keep the pressure on the other contenders. Nur Dhabitah, her Malaysian teammate, already has something of a lock on top spot. What about these minor positions? Very good. The Malaysian manager, Munyi, will be happy with how this is going for his duo in this women's 1 metre springboard. Decent scores again for Kimberly Bong. Looks happy and confident. Isn't that nice to see an athlete enjoying the competition and enjoying doing well, which she certainly is doing. A reverse 1.5. Oh, these entries are amazing from Nur Dhabitah. They practice and work so hard for these entries, like we're seeing from Nur Dhabitah. Very little water make its way above the level of the pool there, and consequently 8's almost across the board.
3D, 2.5.
So back 1.5 with 1.5 twists for the final dive for No Phong Mai of Vietnam. Put in the twists and it's a whole new element to the dive. Nicely done. Crowd appreciating that dive from No Phong Mai. I mentioned a bronze medalist in the Philippines in 2019 on the 3-meter springboard. Has some good results.
6, 5, 5.5, and 6. 5, 2, 3, 3D, 2.5.
This is the back 1.5 with 1.5 twists that we saw at the top of this round, also from Phong Mai of Vietnam. Now, what can Malaysia's Kimberly Bong do with the same assignment? Very good indeed. She's set a high standard throughout the competition, and Malaysia will be looking to get 2 on the podium in this competition.
Judges score 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6, and 7.
There's a reverse 1.5 with 1.5 twists. 2.6 is the difficulty. Oh, she really has set the standard, and it's a high one as well, and a standard that the others haven't been able to keep or reach.
Judges score.
And that should seal the deal for Nur Dhabitah.
7.5,
High tariff on this one of 2.6, and that yields a 59.8. So current ranking, final ranking, #1 for Nur Dhabitah of Malaysia.